At the core of chapter 6 of Deuteronomy lies the Shema, a declaration of faith so central to Judaism that it's recited throughout the day. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These words are more than a creed, they're a lifeline. The Shema is an affirmation of God's singular power and presence. It's a call to radical, all-encompassing love. Not a fleeting sentimental love, but a love that consumes our being, that shapes our thoughts, actions, and desires. It's a love that demands our very essence. Imagine the Israelites repeating these words, feeling them resonate in their bones. The Shema wasn't just a prayer, it was a declaration of allegiance, a commitment to live differently. It was a promise to carry God in their hearts no matter where life took them. Love in Deuteronomy 6 is not a passive emotion, it's an active verb. It's about doing, living, breathing the words of God. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts, Moses tells them. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Faith, in this context, isn't confined to temple walls or rituals. It's woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's in the conversations around the dinner table, the stories shared before bedtime, the values passed down through generations. It's a living testament to God's presence in the mundane and the miraculous. The Israelites are reminded that faith isn't a private affair, it has a public face. It's about teaching, sharing, and embodying God's love in every interaction. It's about creating a society where justice, compassion, and righteousness aren't just ideals, but lived realities. Deuteronomy 6 emphasizes the importance of teaching the next generation about God's faithfulness and love. It's a call to be intentional about passing on the faith, not as a rigid dogma, but as a vibrant, life-giving relationship. Teach them diligently to your children, Moses urges. Imagine the Israelites, parents and grandparents, sharing stories of God's deliverance, of miracles witnessed, of lessons learned. Imagine children, their eyes wide with wonder, soaking it all in, their hearts being shaped by the narratives of their ancestors. This intergenerational transmission of faith is crucial. It acknowledges that our faith journeys don't exist in isolation. We're part of a larger story, a tapestry woven with the threads of those who came before us and those who will come after. It's a reminder that we have a responsibility to pass on the legacy of faith, to equip the next generation to encounter God for themselves. Deuteronomy 6 also introduces the concept of physical reminders of faith. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads, Moses instructs, referring to God's commandments. While this practice later evolved into the wearing of Tefillin, its essence remains powerful. These physical symbols serve as tangible reminders of God's presence throughout the day. They're not magical amulets, but visual cues that prompt reflection, prayer, and a recentering on God's teachings. They're a way of integrating faith into the physical world. Think of your own life. What are the symbols that remind you of your faith? A necklace with a cross, a worn copy of your favorite prayer book. These objects, imbued with meaning and memory, can serve as anchors, grounding us in our faith even amidst life's storms. Even after millennia, the teachings of Deuteronomy 6 continue to echo through time. Just like the Israelites, we navigate a world brimming with distractions, temptations, and conflicting stories. The command to love God with all our heart, soul, and strength remains as critical now as it was then. How can we embody the Shema in today's world? How do we instill faith in our children amidst a sea of information and doubt? How can we transform our faith into a living, breathing testament beyond just a weekly ritual? These are the challenges we face. Deuteronomy 6 urges us to transcend a shallow grasp of faith. It calls us to immerse ourselves fully, to let faith infuse every part of our lives. It reminds us that faith is not just about belief. It's about living in a way that embodies that belief. Living out Deuteronomy 6 can manifest uniquely for each of us, yet the fundamental principles remain constant. It's about transforming our homes into sanctuaries where faith is both nurtured and celebrated. It's about engaging in meaningful conversations about faith with our children, addressing their questions with sincerity and openness. It's about seamlessly integrating our faith into our everyday routines. Perhaps it means starting the day with a prayer of gratitude or taking a moment to marvel at God's creation amidst a busy day. It could also mean dedicating our time to serve others, embodying God's love through our actions. Deuteronomy 6 isn't a mere checklist, it's a guiding beacon. It's about consciously aligning our lives with our faith, allowing our beliefs to influence our actions, decisions, and relationships. It's about letting our light shine so that others may witness our good deeds and glorify our Father in heaven. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.